Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your June 2021 tarot using the Sixth Sense Oracle or Sixth Sense Connection Oracle cards. It is a mouthful. This is what is going to give us our background kind of energy, what's playing out for us. I've done an off-screen pre-shuffle, so let's ask for the message or messages for Pisces. And this is just for the Oracle. I am going to dive in more into tarot, and we are going to talk about the cosmos, a whole pile, simply because there is a lot going on. So you may want to keep your eye open for signs and messages from the heavens, your spirit guides, the spiritual realm. Keep an open mind when it comes to that. It is easy to get a lot of those messages confused. Don't work or overthink it in reality. Because if you work too hard at it, then it's almost like you start wading through mud and you're like, is that a sign? Or did I miss it? Is that a sign? Be specific. Work on that part where you be specific with what you want your messages to be, so you can understand it. Now, you have a lot of things that your heart desires, but you're kind of feeling a little like you're stuck in the Bermuda Triangle. But there is a strong connection here when it comes to your home and stability and any unions that you have surrounding your home. It's not necessarily that anything is negative. You just feel like you're kind of wading through mud right now, and you're feeling really confused because of this Bermuda Triangle type energy. Just don't overthink it, don't overwork it, and listen with your heart. So we are going to jump into the tarot portion, and while I shuffle the tarot cards, I will talk about the cosmos. This is the Santa Muerte Tarot. So let's get the messages for Pisces for the month of June. Now, at the end of May, we had a full moon. It was a super full moon, had an extra punch. Part of the reason why it had an extra punch is there was an eclipse with it. And that eclipse was showing us a little peek into what we can be expecting to close out in our lives, particularly in the next few months. I'm going to say up to 6 months, not quite as long. We should know a lot more before then, simply because we are in a death and rebirth phase. Pluto went retrograde, that is the planet of death and rebirth, went retrograde April 27th. Saturn, which kind of plays along into the karmic ties of death and rebirth, went retrograde on May 23rd. We had that full moon and eclipse on the 26th. We had Mercury go retrograde on the 29th. Now, Mercury did go retrograde in the sign of Gemini. So the communicator, the planet of communication, and the astrological sign of communication went retrograde together. So be extremely cautious with your communications, and that things don't get blurred or muddled or sent to the wrong person and then have a lot of conflict, because there is going to be a ton of that. Now, Mercury does go direct, but it's not until the end of June. Mercury goes retrograde approximately 3 times a year. I was just trying to get a feel if I should get more cards, because some signs did have multiple cards for each week, but I'm really feeling like that's not the case. Oh, nice, Pisces. Nice. You've got a lot of major energy playing out behind the scenes for you. You may not realize it and you may not see it, but there's a lot of good things coming in. So off the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card, which is one of the last major arcanas of the tarot. Now, major arcana equals major energy. This is all about rainbows, puppies, kittens, unicorns. The sun is out and shining and the flowers are in full bloom, but it's also completion of a cycle. So where you've gone through the deep, dark depths of the death of a cycle, here's where things start turning around and you can see the end, and the end is great, and it is everything you wished for, because you do have the 10 of Pentacles, which again is the end of a cycle. The 10s are ends of cycles in the tarot, but this is abundance. This is abundance of coming in, and then you have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, it's an offer or message that helps you fill your cups. You feel great about it. Despite the fact it's raining, the reason why it's raining is it's filling up the cup. Your cup is full and being overfilled. There's going to be more to go around that you can give once you receive this. Basically, it's something new. And the little dragonfly there, dragonflies are also good omens. So that is your background energy that is playing out. Now, the first week of June, I'm just going to jump in real quick. This is the Mystic Garbage Tarot. This is what I'm using as the clarifiers. Now, the first week of June, cosmically speaking, we don't really have a whole lot going on because we just had Mercury go retrograde on Saturday. And then we move through the week, and you're all about working and building on your skills. Now, you may be receiving a message. The messenger's page right here. This page to me indicates a message, and it could be in regards to maybe the completion of a course. It could be you've enrolled and been accepted into a course. There's a lot of positive energy that comes off this card, and it is in regards to your work, your school, your home, your employment, your finances. Some of you may be going back to school. You may be enrolling in a new program that is going to end up assisting you to move up the ladder at work in the future. But right now, the focus is going to be on the message. Now, let's get some messages, some clarification for Pisces for the Page of Pentacles. We'll see. Maybe this doesn't need to be clarified, or maybe it does. King of Wands. Good energy to have. It's very business-like. If you are in business yourself, embrace the King of Wands energy because it's very CEO-ish. These two make a great couple. The King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, it's a balancing of masculine and feminine energies. The King of Wands, he's the CEO, he's the businessman, and the Queen of Swords, I think I maybe called it Queen of Wands earlier. The Queen of Swords can make executive decisions. And then you've got the Sun card underneath that. But you are going to be, in regards to this Page of Pentacles, probably working with other people to help bring in stability once some information has been uncovered with the Moon in reverse. So this is good. There's nothing being hidden out of view. There's nothing shady. And it is all about working together to help bring some stability in, which is really good energy. Into the second week of June. Now, this is when things start getting interesting in the cosmos again, because we have a new moon in Gemini on June 10th, which is a Thursday. And then on Friday, June 11th, there is a solar eclipse. And I haven't checked exactly where it's going to be visible. It will be visible in the Northern Hemisphere, though. And this eclipse is going to be bookending that one that we had in May with the full moon. And what I mean by bookending is in May, we got a little view, we got a little taste as to what were things and cycles that needed to be closed out in our lives. This solar eclipse on June 11th is going to be exposing it. It's going to be showing us what we can no longer ignore. And if you don't kind of deal with that, there is a bit of an emotional aspect with these eclipses because they do bring up a lot of emotions. And Pisces, you're a water sign. You do have a lot of emotions, but you also have a lot of yin and yang and masculine, feminine, push-pull energy. You do kind of feel like you're going in two directions at once. So this might be a good time to slow down and really kind of write things out and be explicitly clear. Now, don't forget, we do have some really good energy that is working out in your favor in the background. And I'm going to say the second week of June, you do have the 9 of Cups, which is the not quite Star Card Minor Arcana equivalent, but this is your cups are full, you're satisfied, you're happy with the way things are. I don't know if I want to even clarify this because it is a great card on its own, but let's see if we can get a little bit of clarification as to what is coming in to help Pisces have their cups be overfilled. Okay. Ooh. There's your stability again. And then you come into your own reading. Okay. So what it is that is helping you to bring some stability is that you are looking at things from a different point of view. And I know the Hierophant is usually earth energy, but the figure in this card and imagery in the cards do play into the message that gets received. You're looking back at things and you are looking at things differently, and it's helping to create a lot of stability, and it's letting or helping you to let go of things that maybe threw you out of balance. And I mean, this guy here looks like he's been through a fight, but it's helping you to let go and get through that healing and out of that constant juggle energy, really. And it's going to lead to having enough, having more than enough, having enough to the point where you can be generous and that you can maybe go on that vacation and take those breaks. So the second week of June, this is actually extremely good energy coming in. You're able to look back, you're able to reflect, and to do so in a way that changes your perspective into a positive manner. Now, when we get into the third week of June, things start getting a little interesting because there's a lot of moving and whatnot happening with the cards. And your overall energy, in the cosmos, not the cards, we have the sun moving out of Aries Gemini into watery Cancer. Now, this is where you start feeling a little more at home because you're back into a water element. And we then have on the 22nd, Mercury goes direct. Now there is a post-retrograde shadow phase, which is going to go into July, but communications are really going to start clearing up and easing, and miscommunications will start to ease. Your devices may just randomly start working again, even though you couldn't figure out what was wrong or why they weren't working. There's a lot of good stuff that happens when Mercury goes back direct because it does involve all of your communications. We then have Jupiter, which is currently in the sign of Pisces, and you're loving this. You're eating this energy all up. Jupiter's in your sign. Jupiter's happy in Pisces as well because there's a water element to it. But then when it goes retrograde, it dips back into Aquarius. And when it does that, and this goes for any retrograde. So when a planet goes retrograde, you have to look at what that planet embodies. And then you look at the sign that it is in and what does that sign embody. And when you put the two together, it wants us to go back and reflect on things that we could improve in those two sectors. And then you put them all together and review, revisit, revise, rewrite, and then you can move forward once things go direct. And for you, there's going within is a pretty easy spot for you to go because you like to live in that watery kind of energy. But right now in the third week of June, you've got the Six of Wands. Now the Wands is fire energy, but it is victory after a battle, and you feel like there should be a parade. There is a celebratory type feel to this card. So let's see what is Pisces celebrating in the third week of June. Now there is some more moving and shaking coming up with the cosmos for the fourth week, but we'll wait to talk about that one when we get to the fourth week. I think you'll like the energy that you've got going on here. You're feeling a lot more in your element. Okay, so what are some of the things that Pisces is? Okay, the Three of Swords will not stay on the deck here. So something you're celebrating, it's not the middle finger. Maybe you've given somebody the middle finger, somebody who broke your heart. Sorry, I have to move. My foot is going numb. You may have given somebody the middle finger, but you're embracing a more passionate, creative, confident style after going within. Something from the past has come up, but you can look back on it fondly, and maybe that's what you're celebrating. With all of these retrogrades, people and situations from your past can come back, and it is up to you to decide and use your wisdom that you have gained. Use your confidence, your self-confidence, to flip them off if that's what they need to. But nurture with the Empress energy. Now this is Major Arcana, as is the Hermit. You may want to use a bit of a more nurturing tone when it comes to the things from your past that are favorable that you want to keep around with you. Now with the King of Cups, this is water energy as well. So there's a bit of dreaminess. There is maybe a little bit of illusion. And the reason why I'm saying that is that's going to play out into the fourth week of June. But there's some creativity and there is actual love there. And it's going to open a lot of doors and a lot of options for you, to the point where you may end up getting confused and feeling like your heart is eating itself, but you will be making a decision. And it is something in regards to filling your cup, double confirmation here. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. You've created this. You've been manifesting it. You've been dreaming it. So that is where you're at in the third week of June. I did pull a few cards here. I don't like to shuffle too much when I'm doing these. These are the clarifiers, but I don't want them to be all the same cards, just coming out over and over and over again. That's just not my style. So in the fourth week of June, we do have a full moon on the 26th, and I believe Neptune. It's a watery planet. It's actually nicknamed the blue planet because of the blue color that it gives off. There is no actual water on it. It is a planet made up of gas that makes it look like water from afar. But Neptune, it is that very deep, watery illusion type energy, and it's going into reverse. And when it goes into reverse, wherever we may have been, we had an illusion about a situation, those start to dissipate. And we do have the moon card, and the moon card does talk about illusions, things that are being hidden in the shadows, and illusions, things that we're not seeing for what they are. And that fits right into Neptune. Now, don't forget, we've got the sun. It's going to be in the sign of Cancer. By the time Mercury comes out of retrograde, it's only going to be in Gemini for a short period of time. It moves into Cancer. Venus is going to be in Cancer by the end of the month. Mars right now is in Cancer as well. It will be moving into Leo a little bit later, but not at this moment. So there is a lot of watery and illusion. Okay, that's the wrong word. I'm going to just forget about that. There's a lot of illusions that we've got up that we're not seeing things for what they are. But when Neptune goes retrograde, we are going to see this go upside down. So the moon energy is Neptune direct. The moon in reverse is the moon, or is Neptune in retrograde. Kind of how that works. But you're going to feel a lot more at home with all of this Cancerian energy going on. So let's see, what are the illusions that Pisces may be facing this 4th week of June? So while I shuffle and get these clarifiers, I do personal readings. If you want to know more about what's going on for you, check the email in the description box down below. Send me a message. We'll chat about what method of reading is best for you and the best way to get it to you. Also, I do have a contest where whatever sign on their monthly reading, whichever sign has the most views, likes, interactions in the following month will get bonus readings. So how does that work? For the month of May, Taurus ended up having the most views and interactions for their monthly reading. And in June, they're going to get bonus readings. Okay. I feel like there's still more that needs to come out yet with this. Cards are coming in pairs. And you do have a couple of 4s, and 4s usually talk about stability of the suit and having a stabilizing energy. Okay, no more messages. All right, one more. Okay. So some of the things that you may have an illusion about is your grief and sorrow. You've got an illusion up over how much this is actually affecting you. And what this is doing by not letting it go is you're blocking any new starts, any celebration, any joy that you have coming towards you. You're putting up these illusions, like you're okay with kind of wallowing in and embracing the grief, loss, and sorrow from a past situation, but it's time to let that go. And then you've got the 4 of Swords with the 6 of Pentacles. Now, you did see the 6 of Pentacles earlier as a clarifier. So give yourself a break. Don't work yourself too hard. Let yourself enjoy things. You do have enough to pay the bills. You do have enough for that occasional treat. You may even have enough to share and to help others. But you have to be able to enjoy it. So give yourself a break, take that occasional day off, and Queen of Pentacles, you do like the finer things in life. With the Queen of Swords, you're smart enough. You already know this. I don't have to tell you that you are enough. You have enough. Take those vacation days. There is the 6 of Wands again with the 10 of Cups. You are victorious. And this is a victory in terms of getting wishes and dreams fulfilled. You have the 9 of Cups in your second week. And it is everything that you dreamed of, and there's a victory. You do have enough. You've got it. You can take that break. And sometimes taking a break and stepping back, it does take a lot of strength, but there's that decision. You got some clarity on all of your hard work. You are not in a position of lack because you have been committed and worked very hard. You have enough in your bank account. And if you don't right now, you do have a couple wishes and hopes and dreams kind of coming through. 4 of Cups. Don't ignore an opportunity though. Go out and play, get creative. We've got Page here into July. You're gonna have to maybe embrace a little bit of creativity to get around a difficult situation or a difficult decision that needs to be made, but that's not until July, so don't worry about it right now. Enjoy June. You have, hang on, you have a couple here. You have the King and Queen of Pentacles. You have victory after a lot of hard work. Now the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that gets promoted to King. So keep working hard, but it doesn't mean slogging yourself to death, working yourself to death. Take that time out. You know when to take a break. Let go of that grief and sorrow. You've got hopes, wishes, and dreams. Hopes, wishes, and dreams. Pentacles, hopes, wishes, and dreams. Hopes, wishes, and dreams. 9. 10 of Pentacles, the Sun. Your cups are full. You may not be in as tight of a position as you believe you are in. Give yourself a break, cut yourself some slack, and enjoy June. You have a very favorable June. So enjoy it. That is going to be the end of your reading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You never know when I'm going to jump on here and surprise you. If you win the monthly contest, you're going to want to know when I upload those. And if you want a personal reading, contact me in the email in the description box below. And I'm going to leave it here. And I'll talk to you soon.